what are we going to talk about today? So like I mentioned that post the session, we have received quite a few queries from the students who are willing to enroll in the program in the upcoming intake. And this session is going to be all about those questions. I'm going to talk to you about, in brief, about what this hybrid structure is all about. And even if you want to take admission in a full-time program and not hybrid in University of Arizona, I'm going to brief you with the admission process over there also, how Great Learning can help you in that admission process, what kind of value we can add. All this will be briefed to you in this call. We will also talk about the eligibility criteria. We will talk about the fee structure for the program. We will talk about what kind of documents you would be needing if you want to apply for the program and whatnot. All right, so before we go over there, let me quickly introduce myself. I am Shweta. I have talked to you in the past as well. Many of you must have already interacted with me. I am a study abroad specialist, and I basically take care of partnerships within, Great Learning with multiple US-based or Germany-based universities. In the past, I've also worked with Australia-based universities, top universities, and at Great Learning, like I must have even mentioned to you, to a few of you in the past also, for us, the quality education is extremely, extremely important, and the outcome of that education is also extremely important for our learners. We have more than 9 billion learners all across the world who have been taking programs at our portal. For a very long time, we were focusing on only upskilling programs, but now we are also having a lot of master's degree programs on our portal, again, in association with top universities from around the world. So, and this is one of the programs that we are right now talking about, which is Masters in Machine Learning from University of Arizona. As you are already aware, that's a top university, that's among top 100 universities globally, and they are a public research institution. I'm going to tell you more about the university. So this is in brief about me and how I can help you with the admission process in the program. So like I mentioned, this is a master's degree in information science with a specialized focus on machine learning. Now, I don't think I have to talk too much about machine learning. Everybody knows how booming a career is in machine learning these days. You talk about artificial intelligence, data science, machine learning. There is a huge demand of professionals, of skilled professionals in the field of machine learning. Quite a few jobs, over 3 lakhs jobs, vacancies in US alone, and rest of the world is also having a lot of vacancies when it comes to sectors like, machine learning and data science and AI. Recently, ChatGPT, that created such a buzz around, right? And ChatGPT is just one of the applications, and there are multitude of other AI applications which were released in the market. So talking about machine learning and the curriculum that we have in this program, let me mention it in the beginning itself. It's very similar to a data science curriculum. So even if you are someone who's looking for a master's in data science, this program will still help you. Along with the data science modules, you would also learn machine learning and artificial intelligence and neural network and natural language processing and whatnot. And there is a capstone project to top it all. But today, I'm not going to go in the details of the curriculum of the program, but yes, post this session, you can certainly get in touch with us to understand the curriculum better. We can help you with that. But today we are going to talk about how to enter in this program. So this program is available from University of Arizona in a hybrid format, in a completely online format, and also in a direct format, 2 years on the campus format. So 3 formats we are talking about. Hybrid. What is hybrid? Hybrid is basically this. Start your first year online without having to quit your job if you have one. If you do not have one, you have the liberty to get one job. And this 1 year of experience is also going to help you in the job market when you finish your degree on the campus in the US. So first year online, and then in the second year, you move to US on your student visa. You finish your second year on the campus, and that's how you get your degree. This is one of the formats called hybrid format, right? A combination of online and offline. The other format that I talked about is completely online format. That's also available for you in case you are someone who is not too excited about perhaps moving to US, which is also perfectly fine. But if you are looking for a degree like, a machine learning degree program from a top ranked university, you can also pursue the complete program in an online format as well, first year plus second year online. And then there is a direct format where you go to university campus from day one, and we can help you with that admission process also. Let me mention, out of all these three formats, at the end of all the three formats, the degree certificate that you're going to receive is exactly the same. Even the degree certificate that you're getting out, after the completely online format is going to be same as that of the degree certificate that you're going to get if you're going to go to the campus since day one. So the degree certificate is not going to mention whether you have done this program in an online format, in a hybrid format, or in a direct on-campus format. Okay, it's the same degree, because the engagement in the program, or the way the program is designed, the immersiveness, the modules is exactly the same, only the format changes, right, based on your requirement. So decide on your requirement, and I'll also tell you the differences between the three requirements. So to give you a quick brief, if you go for, say, hybrid format, what happens? You save a lot of money if you go for hybrid format. If you have to compare it with direct format, like that is from the day one being on the campus, you save up to 55 lakh rupees. That's a huge sum of money. If you are someone who is perhaps looking to be an entrepreneur, you can use it as a seed fund. If you are someone who wants to travel around the world, or maybe go for PhD later, all this your money you can actually save for all those purposes. And moreover, like I said, the outcome of the hybrid program versus the full-time on-campus program is exactly the same. So you're not really losing anything or compromising at any point, but you are saving a lot of money. Apart from the money, you also get to earn and learn at the same time. Remember, I told you that the first year is online in hybrid format. So that gives you an opportunity to continue with your ongoing job, or get a job if you do not have one, or get a paid internship if you want to. You learn from the classroom sessions, and you apply at the same time at your work if you want to. So you earn and learn at the same time. There's no opportunity cost, right? Because you're also getting one more year of work experience, which is going to help you in the job market in the US, right? And then there's an OPT available. Because it's a STEM degree program, you would get an OPT up to 3 years in the US. What is the condition for OPT? The condition for OPT is you need to spend 2 consecutive semesters in the US on the campus, right? Which could be spring followed by fall, or fall followed by spring. Now, in this program, you have about 30 credit points, and you do half of them online, and then the rest of them on campus. So you would do 2 semesters minimum on the campus, which is what makes you eligible for OPT. And this being a STEM degree, like I said, you become eligible for up to 3 years of OPT in the US, which is basically post-study working rights. If you guys have any questions with respect to OPT, you can put it in the chat box, and I'll take it up right towards the end of the session. Now, talking about the requirements for this program, of course, you don't need GRE, you don't need TOEFL, and there is no application fee as well. So what is needed, we will talk about those eligibility requirements in just a bit, but GRE, TOEFL, application fee, all that is not needed for sure in hybrid format. All right. And also in online format, you don't need all these things. And for Indian students, TOEFL or IELTS is not required even in the direct program with the university. For international students, you may or may not need IELTS or TOEFL depending upon your nationality. So if you're reaching out to us, we can tell you more about that. Okay. And there is a smooth transition, because there are many students where, there's been a gap, like maybe you finished your undergrad, say 3 years ago or 4 years ago, and now that you're thinking about a master's degree, so there has been a gap in your studies, right? So if you go by a hybrid format, when you're doing your first year online with a lot of support from Great Learning, and I'm going to talk about that support also, it helps you settle down in the classroom structure, with the academics, back in your life before you move to the campus. So when you move to the campus in the second year, your foundation that you have created for yourself is much more stronger, right? So you learn the foundation subjects in the first year, which you can very much learn online with a lot of support available from Great Learning's end, extra sessions, doubt clearing sessions. There's a lot which is organized for you. And after that, when you move to campus, like I said, that, you are much more confident, your challenges are fewer, so it makes the entire thing more adaptable for you. And Great Learning advantage, I'm going to talk about it much more in detail. So in this program, if you go via hybrid format, what is the fee and how I mentioned that, you're going to save 55 lakhs. So how are you going to save this money? First of all, if you go for a direct program with any top university, for that matter, any master's top university, you are expected to shell out about 55,000 to 60,000 US dollars. All right. So here the total program fee is 34,000 US dollars, about 34,000 US dollars, which is, like I mentioned, almost half of what you would be spending if you're going for a 2-year full-time program. Also, when you go for a 2-year full-time program, you also spend on living expenses for 2 years. Now, in this program, if you are choosing hybrid format, again, let me again mention, if you're looking for a direct program, that you will still be helped by us in order to submit your application in the right manner, expedite your application process with University of Arizona. All that is obviously available, but everybody knows about the direct program, so I don't have to go in the details of that. But if you go via hybrid format, the total fees is going to be 34,000 plus 1 year of living expenses as a student only. Okay. And then when it comes to how you're going to pay these fees, that is also quite clear on your slide. If you can say first year fee, which is 10,500, you will get an opportunity to pay that either as a lump sum amount, or you can also choose to pay it in 3 installments in your first year. If you choose to pay it in a lump sum amount, you get $1,000 scholarship. Okay, so instead of 10,500, you will only be paying 9,500 because 1,000 you got as a scholarship. When it comes to second year fee, that has to be paid at the university end when you're on the campus, and you pay it in a semester wise format based on the number of credits that you are taking in a particular semester. Okay, I can guide you much more on this if you are getting in touch with us post the session. So earlier I talked about Great Learning Advantage and how it helps you in a smoother adaptation and transition. First of all, our admissions team is going to help you with the admission process in detail, like how, what are the documents that you would be requiring, and SOP is one of the very important documents. So they will also help you with how to write your SOP. They will share some samples with you. They will review the SOP that you have written, and they will also share some feedback on the SOP. If there are any red flags, they will raise those for you, and they will help you in submitting the application at the university portal also step by step. So they will sit with you in an online meeting, say on a Zoom or a Google Meet, and they will walk you through the entire process, help you submit the application as fast as possible. After that, Great Learning team will also help you in expediting their process for I-20 and all the visa assistance that you need. If you need any mock interviews with respect to the visa, all those will also be conducted for you. Okay, and other than that, after you have enrolled in the program, specifically if you have enrolled in hybrid program, you will also get help from Great Learning's program team. So program team's job is basically to ensure that your learning in the first year is as solid as it can be. Okay, if you are not able to submit your assignments or projects on time, they are going to be very proactively reaching out to you, ask you where you are lacking, what is really happening, are you dealing with any personal issue, do you need extra session, extra support, extra faculty support, how you should be preparing for live sessions. All that will be shared with you in a timely manner so that you can make the most of this opportunity and you can be really engaged in the program, although the first year is online if you're going for hybrid again. Okay, so this is the advantage that you get. In addition to that, Great Learning also has formed a pre-course work. So some of you who are not perhaps from the background of, say, computer science background, or if you are, say, coming from mechanical engineering background and now you're looking forward to change your career altogether to machine learning, then the pre-course work helps you create a foundation for yourself. It exposes you to Python, it exposes you to statistics and mathematics to some extent, which is required for the program. So even before you start with the program, you have familiarity with all of this, which helps you, which makes you confident to start with a program like this. In addition to this pre-course work, they have also devised some additional complementary learning package, which has modules, exciting modules on ChatGPT. It has modules on SQL basics. It has modules on NIME, RapidMiner, and cloud computing. So all these things which are required in the industry today, you will be able to learn all of that without any extra cost. So this is all you would get from Great Learning. Doesn't matter if you're going for an online program, hybrid program, or direct full-time 2-year on-campus program. You will get all this assistance based on your requirement. Okay, So talking about what do you need to take admission in this program? What is the eligibility criteria? I told you, you don't need GRE, you don't need TOEFL. So what do you need? You need 120 credit points in your past education. So in your undergrad, you need 120 credit points. And let me tell you, if you're an engineering graduate, you for sure have these 120 credit points. If you are some other graduate, maybe you have done BSc Computer Science, then we will have to check your transcripts and we will calculate these credit points for you after speaking to you. And we will only after looking at your transcripts, we will be able to tell you whether you're eligible for the program or not. Also, you need a CGPA of 3/4 to be able to enter this program as a degree-seeking student. Now, if you are someone who perhaps didn't pay enough attention in your undergrad and are falling short of, three, you're having something less than 3 CGPA/4, then also there is an entry point possible for you. So what you can do is you can apply as a non-degree seeking student in the program. And as a non-degree seeking students, you would take first 2 subjects. And if you are scoring 3 CGPA/4 in the first 2 subjects, you get transferred as a degree seeking student. Perhaps if you couldn't score in the first 2 courses a CGPA of 3/4, you can again take another 2 courses. And in the first 4 courses, in any 2 courses, if you are scoring 3 CGPA/4, you can transfer yourself as a degree-seeking student and can still get the master's degree at the end of it. So that's wonderful. I think that's a great opportunity which is created by University of Arizona, that although you are falling short of the eligibility criteria, you still get another opportunity to still be a part of an elite alumni from a university like University of Arizona. Okay, now the intake, I had quite a few questions about the upcoming intake. So we have an intake coming up in July for the hybrid. After that, we have an intake coming up in October, again for hybrid. Talking about the full-time program directly on campus, we have an intake in spring 2024. So around January 2024 is when you will be able to go to campus. But of course, for that, you will have to apply right now, if that is what your aspiration is. But for hybrid and for completely online format, the 2 cohorts, the 2 intakes which are mentioned on your screen are the ones. And if you're looking for direct, like I said, get in touch with us and help us help you in applying for any of these formats. Okay. Now, what do you need? Eligibility we talked about, but if you want to submit an application, this is what you need. You need to have your transcripts from your undergrad. You need to have your degree certificate. For example, if you have done your BTech, you need to have your BTech degree certificate. Suppose you are someone who has done, say, BBA, and after BBA, you did your MBA. So you need to put all this data together, transcripts from both the degrees and then degree certificate also from both the degrees. Give it to us for us to calculate your credit points again, and then we can help you submit the application. You would also need SOP, and I already told you that SOP is a very important piece of document because you don't need GRE and TOEFL over here, which is why all these documents listed over here are going to decide your candidature. Okay, so put in some time, speak to the advisor, take some samples from them, get them review your SOP, get feedback, implement that, and write a very solid SOP for your chance at a university like University of Arizona. Okay. In addition to that, we would also need your CV, and we would need 2 recommenders who can submit LORs for you later. At the time of application submission, you don't need to upload LOR. All you need is to put in the name and the email ID of the recommender. And after that, once you submit the application, university will send an email to the recommender requesting for a letter of recommendation for you. And that's when they can upload it. I hope I made that clear. Okay, take a photo of this document checklist if you need. And the admission process is very, very simple. You submit your documents to us over our email ID. Our email ID is msml.hybrid@greatlearning.in. Even if you're looking for a direct program, please send your documents to this email ID only. We will review your documents at our end. If you need feedback, we will provide feedback. After that, we will set up a time with you, one-on-one session, where we will help you submit the application at the university portal. After that, there will be a screening interview, which will help us assess your profile better, assess your intention, your motivation better. We will also provide you some feedback in this session as well, which is going to further help you in your visa interview, by the way. So there is going to be a screening interview. And after that, there will be an offer letter, which will be released. If you're applying for hybrid, there is going to be an offer letter released from Great Learning and as well as from the university. So then you accept that offer letter by blocking your seat, by paying an admission fees of $1,000, which is very much part of your tuition fee from the first year. So that's how the admission process in brief is. Okay. This is the email ID and our phone number. So right now, if you want to send your documents to get them reviewed, immediately send it to this email ID, and our program advisors will be able to have a quick look at it and will be able to advise you accordingly. Now for the upcoming cohorts, if I have to talk about, say, hybrid July or online July or October intake, the applications are open right now. And if you're applying right now, let me tell you that you will get your offer letter from the university within 10 days if you're applying right now. But if you're going to wait till June, then let me tell you that there is a good chance that you wouldn't get it before the batch start date. We have seen this happening because, like at the end moment, university has numerous applications, they're overloaded, then it becomes really, really difficult to get the decision on time. And the earlier you apply, the advantage is you will get the access to pre-course work on time, and you will finish your pre-course work before your curriculum, your batch actually starts. You will be able to work on your finances as well. If you need loan, you will be able to get it processed within time. If you are if you need to make time in your schedule to be able to accommodate the master's degree program, all this you would need time, mental preparation. So you apply soon, get the answer soon from the university so that you're better prepared to make the most of this opportunity. Okay, now I'm gonna take a break here and quickly answer a few questions. I think when it comes to when the next batch is starting, I've already answered this question. For hybrid, we have a July intake, July 2023. And then we have an intake in October 2023. Both the applications are open right now. And for direct program with the university, we have an intake coming up in spring 2024, which is going to be around January 2024. But the application needs to be submitted right now for that. GRE considered for studying masters in US? Well, Mr. Krishna, it depends upon which program you're applying for. If you're applying for masters in machine learning at University of Arizona, you may not need GRE. For hybrid, you sure do not need GRE, and even for direct program, you wouldn't need GRE. So School of Information, which is iSchool, does not need GRE for this program. They have their own method of assessing your application if you're applying for the program. Every month new batch does not start. No, for sure, every month we do not have a new batch. So we have about 3 to 4 intakes in a year. We had an intake in March, and those students are comfortably, they have started with their classroom sessions and they are in the batch learning. Next batch, like I mentioned, is coming in July. After that, October. For full-time program, it's coming in spring 2024, somewhere in January. Okay, so Aditya, like I said, for spring 2024, you will have to apply right now, and deadline will depend upon which program you want. And then I can tell you if you can perhaps mail us on what program are you looking for, we will guide you accordingly. Why don't we have hybrid learning for computer science, and why only we have it for machine learning? Okay, so we are working with various other universities, seeing the popularity and the efficiency of hybrid program. We are working with other universities and University of Arizona for many more such programs in computer science and cybersecurity, data science. So we may have those programs pretty soon on our platform for you. How does placements take place for the full online course? All right, so good question, Mr. Nitesh. If you are going for a full-time online course, one thing is certain, and that's one of the major differences between hybrid and full-time online, that hybrid, you would get a student visa, F1 visa. For completely online program, which does not require you to go to US, will not give you an F1 visa. So if you're not going to US on an F1 visa, you will be getting career placements assistance over here in India by Great Learning. So Great Learning has over 500 leading organizations as part of our recruitment circle, and we also offer a lot of assistance. We have something called a GL Connect, GL Accelerate, career placement fairs. You will be invited for all of them. So this is the assistance which will be provided to you. But if you are applying for hybrid program, you would be in the US and you will be availing all that elaborative career assistance provided by University of Arizona on the campus as well as digitally. They also have associations with organizations like Boeing, then your American Express, Goldman Sachs, and whatnot. So all these F and MAN companies, you name it, you have it. And they come to the campus quite often to, recruit from the career fairs, which are organized by the university almost every semester. So that is what the assistance you would be getting in the US, and India, you would be getting it from Great Learning. I hope I answered your question. Okay. So Bhaskar is asking me what electives he should be choosing. So your electives basically will depend upon what future you are looking at more than the background that you have, by the way, Bhaskar. So you need to tell me, what are you looking at, which sector are you looking at, or what kind of job profile are you looking at to work in? And that is when we will be able to suggest you what electives you should be taking. By the way, we are also going to be having a session soon by the faculty from University of Arizona and also the top-notch faculty that we have at our end to advise you better on this electives part. Okay, can we get US visa or for complete online format? No, I'm sorry, Mr. Shankar. No, if you're going for a completely online format, you are not eligible for F1 visa. Okay, you will be, yes, if you're asking me after completing the degree, after you complete the degree, then it's up to you. You can apply for a B1 visa, you can apply for a work visa. Once you are in the US, this online degree or the degree that you have done from the University of Arizona is certainly going to help you in the US in grabbing better jobs. But it is not very directly related to the visa that you would want to apply. Okay. Total fees for both years, offline program, third option. Yes. So the total fee for both the years for offline program is going to be somewhere around $58,000. Like I mentioned, double of this. So you need 30 credit points in this program to finish it, offline, online, hybrid, any which way. And if you go to university, there is a tuition calculator. If you go over there, you will find for 30 credit points, your fee will come about to be 58,000 US dollars. And for hybrid, it comes about to be 34,000 US dollars. All right. And that 58,000, you will also have to add 2 years of living expenses for that. All right. Okay. I have a question. Okay, so I have a question from Sri Venkatesh, that he is a robotics engineer and he wants to know overall cost that a student may bear with living expenses. Like I mentioned, it depends upon the credit points. And if you're taking a program of 30 credit points, then it comes about to be 58,000, and 2 years of living expenses will come about to be 40,000. So it's about 18 to 20,000 per year living expenses. If you're going for a complete online program, the cost for the program is 10,000 US dollars for first year plus second year. So the complete online program is 10,000. Hybrid program is 34,000. Completely on-campus program is going to be about 58,000 US dollars. All right. Okay. Mr. Sangamesh, if you have joined late, not a problem. I'm going to upload this session on YouTube and share a link with you. You will be able to. Okay, so when for July batch, when is the deadline for application submission? Good question again. So like okay, so what we do is we accept applications in multiple cycles. So we are accepting applications in this month. This is going to be one cycle, and this cycle is going to end on 30th of this month. And then there may or may not be another cycle the next month, depending upon how many seats are left. Which is why I said the earlier you apply, the better it is for you. Not only you have better chances to grab a seat in the program, because university is also very, very strict when it comes to the criteria and timeline and all of that. So the earlier you apply, the earlier you have results, and you will be able to better plan ahead to make the most of this. Okay, placements on campus, I already talked about it. There is placements, there is a career assistance available. There are multiple portals that you will be part of, which is Alumni Network, Mentor Network, Life Lab, which helps you form a very good profile for yourself. And after that, there are career fairs on the campus where, a lot of leading organizations would come, interact with you. You would get a chance to present your profile and, grab those jobs. Why not? And first of all, Tucson, Arizona is home. Arizona is a home to multiple leading organizations. Boeing has their headquarters in Arizona, and many such organizations. So there's plenty of opportunity where the university is placed. Ram Teja, you're asking me if you can get a direct admission with the CGPA of 2.6. That's absolute no, not possible. Like I told you that the requirement is a CGPA of 3/4, and even if someone is having 2.9, university does not entertain and ask them to apply in a non-degree seeking category. So you can apply in non-degree seeking category. Perhaps, I think what I would suggest you is to apply for non-degree seeking category, go for hybrid format, get your CGPA of 3/4 in the first 2 or first 4 courses, and by that time it would anyway be time for you to go to campus. Is there any batch for fall 2024? Yes, there's going to be a batch for fall 2024 also. But my question to you is, why would you want to wait until then? You see, right now the job market is really, really good, and right now is the right time to basically get a master's degree or upskill yourself, because when the market opens with the jobs, right after the recession period is over, you should be ready with the skills to make use of it. Right. So if you're only going to start your journey in fall, you imagine when you are going to finish, you're going to finish it only in fall 2026, and 2027 is when you start your career. So why you want this delay when you have when you're already researching about this? And if your problem is that I can't go right now, or funds is an issue, and you want to go next year, then you go for hybrid, because with hybrid you would start this year and you would still go to campus next year, but by that time you would be done with half of your journey. So think from that point of view. Deadline for application submission, I think I've already answered this question. Mr. Bhavan is asking if it is possible to complete 15 credits within 6 months and go to US in spring 2024. I'm afraid that's not possible, because the first year, which is the online leg in the hybrid program, and that's where your question is coming from, is a cohort-based journey. And it's going to be very, very difficult, by the way, if I tell you, because this is a work integrated learning program where it's going to be quite a few projects and assignments and quiz, and very engaging anyway. So for you to do 15 credit points in 6 months, it's going to be very difficult for you. And moreover, the way the program is planned, you will have to move along with the cohort. Do we require GRE or TOEFL for in-person program in 2024? It depends, again, which program are you talking. If you're talking about this program, and if you're an Indian, then you do not need GRE and TOEFL for direct program, MS, IS, ML, you don't need. But if you're talking about some other program, then you may or may not need GRE. It depends upon which school that program comes from. So University of Arizona has multiple schools under it, right? This program comes from School of Information, and they don't need GRE for this program. Few recruiters which recruit through Great Learning after the completion of online courses. Yes, I can send you a list for this, Mr. Nitesh. Allow me to send you a list for that. And you can also check on our website, greatlearning.in. All about GL Accelerate is mentioned over there. Okay, which one has higher chance of getting placement, hybrid or offline? Will there be a preference? No, there is no preference. Recruiters do not care what format you took. What they care about, what degree do you have, and what kind of relevant skills do you have? That is what they care about. So unless you yourself going there and mentioning it to them, listen, don't take me because I've done hybrid, that's not gonna be the case for sure. Like I mentioned earlier, the degree that you're getting at the end of the program is exactly same in both the cases, completely offline and hybrid. The same degree certificate. It's not going to mention that you've done it in hybrid, or you've done your first year online and you were in India interacting with Great Learning. All that is not going to be mentioned at all. So recruiters do not care about it. What they want is you should need to have very solid practical skills, which the hybrid program also gives you. And like I mentioned, that there's going to be multiple projects, and there's a capstone project in this program, which is going to give you a lot of real-time application solving, real-time problem solving experience. So that is what they care about. And you remember, I also talked about all those extra modules in the beginning, that you would be learning ChatGPT, which is not part of your curriculum, but you are getting it in the hybrid format. And then you will also be learning other cloud computing and SQL basics and Python basics and all of that. So that's going to give you an edge in the market. Plus, if you're going for hybrid format, like I said, you can also work for 1 year over here in India. That work experience is also going to help you in the job market. Any recruiter would hire someone with a work experience versus someone who's absolutely a fresher. So think from that point of view. I have answered this question. Will the degree mention? The degree will not mention what is the format. Okay, and Karthik is looking for Masters in Computer Science. No problem, Karthik. You can send your transcripts to us on the email ID, which is mentioned on my screen right now. Please send your transcripts to us. Allow us to assess that, and the program advisor will guide you with respect to Masters in Computer Science program as well. Yes. Spring 2024, Aditya, we do have a lot of direct programs from University of Arizona Master's Degree Program. Like I said, please send me your requirement over the email, send me your transcripts and which program are you looking for, and we will get back to you with the information on that program and also the application process. So Vaishnavi, like you mentioned that, you do not have any experience in machine learning. That is not a problem because this program will give you a lot of experience. This program has a lot of projects, a lot of assignments, and a capstone project like I've been saying. So this, when you mention all of this in your resume, this will be counted as an experience because capstone project is real-time problem solving from end to end. So don't worry about that. If you do not have a background in this, if you do not have experience, this program is going to give you a skill as well as experience. Mr. Nitesh, you mentioned you have a CGPA of 7 and that is equivalent. And from where I see, you do seem eligible for the program. Please send your degree certificates and your transcripts to us over the email ID, which is mentioned on your screen. And we will be able to talk to you with much more certainty on your eligibility. All right. So please send these things to us. Because not only the CGPA, we also need to see your credit points, right? So right now, I do not know what is your background. I do not know whether you are a BTech background or a BBA or a BSc. So I need to see more details from your end. Okay. Okay, I think I have taken quite a few questions. Is there anything else that you guys want to know? If not, then we can get started with you sharing your details with us. I just mentioned that cost for completely online program is $10,000 US for first year plus second year for all the 30 credit points. Okay, so I will be looking forward to your documents. And in case you have very specific questions, please reach out to this number, to the program advisor. Otherwise, you can send an email to us. You can also let us know, here are my documents. I'm looking for this program, and this is the time and date when I'm available for a call. And our program advisor will reach out to you based on your availability with the information as per your requirements. So send us an email, and maybe within 2 days, all your queries should be resolved. But then it will be really helpful if you can send us your documents also faster if you're looking for an eligibility check. That expedites the entire process. And the earlier you apply, I have already shared the benefits with you. Not only you would hear back from the university faster, you will have enough time in your hand to work on your finance, to work on your pre-course work that will help you build a foundation for yourself. That will also help you, get your loan process so that, as soon as you are in the program, you can get started with your I-20 process, all of that. If you're looking for a direct program, then also you should immediately, apply because you need to get started with your visa process before spring, right? So do not delay much, but I understand if you need time to research, which is absolutely valid. If that is also the case, then also reach out to the program advisors. They will be able to share right set of material based on your concern to help you research, right? If you need to hear from the faculty, we have a few sessions from the faculty which we can share with you. If you want to hear, say, from the International Student Services Department from University of Arizona, we have had a word with them in the past, and we can share that with you. If you want to have a word with an existing student who's undergoing this program, we can arrange that session also with you. So you'll have to actively search and do not procrastinate. If you're spending your time in search, absolutely valid. Please do that. You need to research, you need to study the curriculum of the program, which is also available on Great Learning's page. You can go to study abroad and you will be able to find the entire curriculum of the program. Study that for yourself. Understand what University of Arizona stands for, its rankings, whether it is as per what you are looking for yourself or not, right? All of that research you do. If you need direction in which, how you should be doing your research, because there is tons of data available on internet, it could be really, really confusing for people to research, right? So get in touch. The advisors are there to help you with the entire process, including research, and help you with all the concerns that you have. And if you're confused about which program I should go for, so once you share your profile and your aspirations with them, they will be able to guide you according to that as well. That, you know what, go for machine learning or not go for machine learning. You may not be able to cope up, go for the other program. So help is available. It's up to you to seek it. Okay. Thank you so much for all your attendance this evening. I really, really appreciate, and I wish you all the best in following your aspiration, and really hope that we can make a difference in this journey of yours. So looking forward to connecting with more of you in the coming days. Thank you so much. And if there were any queries which I didn't answer, please write it to us, and I will ensure that those are being answered timely. Thank you. Have a good evening, everyone.